The yearning is a reminder of returning.
Yes,
back to
that
the now.
back to the source. Yes.
So when we have the noise, the messenger that comes to us, whether it's yearning or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
when we suppress it or try to get away from it, it's like shooting the messenger.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. I don't want to know about it. You know, that's right. And of course, anything that you suppress will surface.
Right. It gets louder and it gets louder.
Gets louder and louder and louder. You know, what is insanity? What is nervous breakdown? You see, it's not listening to the silence. It's not listening to that. You know, it's denying that which you are. Yeah. Oh, what a group. Mm. How is the inner guide? I'm calling it the inner guide, okay, for lack of a better, you know. And incidentally, talking about inner guide, the reason I call it inner guide, because the last few years, I don't know exactly how many years or not, and I call it Bhagavan, I have this voice in my head, you know, and it actually talks to me. And sometimes I say to Sylvia sometimes how loud it is, or, you know, it gives me things to write or do or talk about. And so, but is it really a voice? I hear it as very loud, but is it really a voice? Or is it something that I've learned to trust so completely that now it has become a total living presence, which is I am? Are you understanding what I just said? Right. And this is the reason I put a picture of me with me behind me. Did you see it on the I thought, what better way would be? Can you grab a booklet there? I thought, what better way would be to show the. Yeah. Yeah. Because it is you teaching you. What is the greatest teacher?
That's wonderful.
You, to yourself. You are your own best teacher. You see? So, anyway. There, you can keep it.
I bet.
So, where were we? So, how is the inner teacher triggered? We're repeating the same thing, more or less, but how do you trigger the inner teacher, the inner guide?
By listening.
By listening. By listening to everything that is happening without calling it bad or good. One, you're not causing it. If you're depressed or angry, you didn't say, well, I think I'm going to get depressed now. You know, things happen. So learn to listen. You see? What is it that I want from this? What is it that I expect from this? What is it that, you see? What is there? But don't reach an answer. If you try to reach an answer, it becomes another chikobriku, you know. You know, yeah.
I have a question. We're exploring going into the experience to go back to the source. But also, nothing matters. So why bother exploring the experience at all? Why not abide in the knowing that it's all smoke and mirrors and playing hide and seek with itself?
And that's the point to get to, you see. When stuff is happening, it matters to us. And the point is, by listening to it, we find it really doesn't matter. It is that pull that yearning towards that ultimate sense, that ultimate being, you see. And yeah, in time we begin to see, I am not that noise. I am not that noise at all. But the moment you realize you're not that noise at all, you fully recognize that silence will speak to you. And that's what I'm referring to as the inner guide, the teaching. And that teaching comes as a feeling, knowing. Now when I said a voice, to me it's loud because I trust it so much. You know, the presence of Bhagavan, I just feel it very much alive. Over the years it has become that way because I trust it. But it is not a physical thing, it is a feeling, knowing. A feeling because it is not an emotional feeling, you just feel it. Just like right now I ask you, how do you know you exist? You say, well, because I know. It's not an emotion, it's not a thought, it's not a memory, you just know. Who is it that knows? That inner knowing. You just know you exist. It knows itself. It is self-recognizing, you see? So feeling, that's feeling. Knowing. And that feeling, knowing, nobody can take away. That is beyond a doubt. And that is what gives you spiritual strength. You see? The real power is that knowing that can never be shaken. So what is here and now then? We talk so much about it. What is that is here and now?
It's also its opposite. It is everywhere, all the time.
That's right. That's right. Because it is timeless, it is all the time. And because it is nothing, it is everything.
Yeah, it's
right. Very good. And that's what Einstein meant by the relativity theory. Everything is just relative to it. So he said that when you begin to see that everything is relative truth, and everything is therefore God, then everything is God. First you see it in the bird, and the baby, and the animal, and next you begin to see it in shit. See it in muck, see it in the rain, in winter, in the cold, it doesn't matter. You see what I mean? There is nothing that is not part of that source, part of that being. Nothing is apart from that. It's all part of it. You judge nothing. You see? And that's the beauty. Nothing is separate from anything else.
In fact, the absolute is not expressed. It's expressed. When anything is expressed, it's relative.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute is not expressed.
That's right. The moment you express it, it is relative. Yes. Yeah. And the moment you begin to realize it is relative, that very knowing that it's relative takes you back to the source, which is the real. And then, because you know what the source, you begin to feel that the source is everything, then everything that you see the source. See, great men, masters, they can look at a raindrop and have tears coming down their eyes. You see? Now it seems almost ridiculous, maybe, to some people, but it isn't. You know, you've heard of that great Indian saint, Ramakrishna? No, was it Ramakrishna?
Was very great.
Was that?
The one who was going around naked.
Yeah, I guess he did. He did walk around naked. Ramakrishna. Yeah, he was always in bliss. He would look at a cloud and he just goes into ecstasy.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.